just had to play a bit. The brilliant music by the amazing Sam Watts. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to go to the important bit first, if that's all right. All of it is important. You are all marvellous. We were just saying, I feel like you're my offspring. I mean, Harry's the same age as my son, and I was like, are you all right? Molly and Harry, you're okay.
Let's just tell the world we are fine. We are
to
fine.
Tell the world you're fine, because I said, has anybody got a question? There are so many questions, mainly like, if anything happens to me, can you just get Jazz on the case? That was main. But then there were an awful lot. It's like, just tell me that Molly and Harry are fine. You Molly, you became fine extremely fast, actually.
Yeah, I think I dealt with it super quick, because when you do sign up to the show, you know that this could happen, so you kind of have to prepare yourself for that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I came to find you. No, it is, and you were like, I hate him, but also I really respect him.
Yeah. So like, that's mad.
Yeah, I was like, hats off, but what?
I know.
I'm going to talk to you. I want to talk to you individually, otherwise it's just going to be a mash. But Evie, I'm going to start with you, because I think you said something really important yesterday, which was that people who say, oh yeah, they maybe they didn't speak a lot or whatever, and you talked about your strategy. You were in the final. Yeah. It wasn't an accident.
Exactly. Like, being quiet works, you know, and I think people only look at, you know, strategy as being like backstabbing and you know, like plotting and, you know, scheming. But actually, you know, just being rational and logical and under the radar and also dependable, I think works absolutely a treat. You know, I got to the final. I was in a helicopter in the final because of that.
You see? Exactly. I love the fact that you all loved the helicopter.
It was amazing.
It's like literally the most terrifying thing ever. I'm like, you don't need to go in. You guys were like, get out of the way.
Dragged you out.
Andrew, how have you found it? Because I remember, obviously you're not the same, but I remember interviewing Kieran this time almost last year, because Kieran had had every single section. Yeah. You had come in as a faithful. Yeah. Then they turned you. You took part in every aspect. Yeah. How was it for you?
Amazing. I say I wouldn't change a thing. People say, if you look back, would you have not been a traitor? So no, I enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, I loved it. I was the only one, I think, to experience everything. Apart from the one trial where I was locked in a dungeon, I think I did everything. I did both sides of the fence. I did a traitor. I did the end game. So I had the complete experience, and I wouldn't change anything, to be honest. No, I look back and it was amazing.
You know, one of my favourite bits, and we've got one of the original traitors here, so we can ask him, which is handy, is when they recruited you and you went in and they thought you were going to go, guys, thank you for having me. This cloak feels good. But you're not that, Andrew. You are. You went in, you just kept on going, no. And Harry was like, did you feel like, what have we done?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, because it also ruined the plan, because the funniest thing was, like, me and Paul were like, yeah, we'll use him as a scapegoat sort of thing, but we won't tell him. As soon as he came in and took his hood down, he was like, I'm the scapegoat. So he was like, it's sort of like, it was, but I was excited, because I feel like people go in there, I don't know how everyone else obviously felt, but like everyone sort of wants to be a traitor. I like to sort of live that second life.
Not and like,
I mean, babe, not me. I love the fact that you think that. Me, then. Yeah, it was you and Paul and Ash and Jazz. But we can talk about Jazz's journey in a minute. But you. No, lots of people. You know, when you talked to me when you first arrived, lots of people would like, I'd like to be a faithful, please.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I thought everyone was just like, would like to be a bit naughty as well at the same time and sort of get away with lying. So that's just a red flag for me.
The funny thing was, Paul follows it up then with, you've got to trust us. Really trust you? Yeah, okay.
You're like, pardon. I want to ask everybody, but also Evie and Andrew, about the missions, because you both... It was a big part of it, wasn't it, for
Massive.
you?
Yeah.
Tell me why you loved them so much.
I think it was such a break from everybody's like scheming and everybody's like questioning and, you know, the suspense that's in that castle. It was such a good sort of relief, really, you know, and that's wild because we were like in tunnels and in mud and in water and swinging in a net through trees. Exactly. But it was really nice, and it was the only point where I really felt like we were all one massive team. It's wild.
You really made me laugh, Andrew, yesterday on Uncloaked when you were saying, well, they tied me up to a pole and I was told I couldn't just snap it.
The dungeon was the same. You break out of them bars bars quite easily, couldn't you? I said, I can't break out the bar. I did actually try. They were quite solid, the bars. So I was stuck in the dungeon I thought they'd put us down there, do a bit of filming. I'll go back up to the nice warm, nice food. Nah. No. 9 hours. I thought, well, shorts and t-shirt that day as well, because it was a gorgeous day in Scotland. I thought, nice and warm. I was freezing. It was literally the grimmest place ever.
Do you know, I've had so many messages from friends going, can you just confirm what the weather was like? Because I'm often in a massive roll neck, a snood, and 17 pairs of leggings. And Charlie was, I think she did the nighttime mission just in a breezy shirt. And they were like, all right, we're confused because everybody's temperature is muddled. Yeah. Jazz, the people's champion, if I can call you that.
Wow.
I watch the Traitors in a tiny room right at the top, and I've got all the monitors, and I'm absolutely obsessed and invested, and I love you all. And you said so early, I've got a feeling about Paul. And I screamed. People in Shanghai heard me scream. I was like, how has he got there?
Oh my God. You know what? It was, obviously we all know I was dying to be a traitor. So I had to have that stern, hard conversation with myself thinking, you're not a traitor, you're a faithful, and you have to just appreciate this opportunity because not many people are obviously going to get this chance. So we're humbled, we're grateful for that. And I just thought, come on, you need to adapt. You need to adapt quickly. So otherwise, it's just the tide will take you and you will not last in this game. So I started to think, as a faithful, you need to graft. You need to put in the work. The harder you work, the luckier you become. So I was thinking, I now need to be hyper vigilant. I need to be listening to all sorts of conversations. My ear needs to be everywhere. I need to be not too close to people. And I need to sort of talk to them, but let them know that I'm not too close or not too far. It's trying to fine tune and get that balance at every single moment. And then when it came to Mr. Paul, I thought, this guy is super popular. He's incredible, infectious, personable, and there was one thing that he just kept doing, which was the smirk and the confidence, because everyone else was relatively on edge, really concerned.
But you knew everything. You knew Harry. And Harry, you had no idea until the last minute how dangerous a faithful he was. And I want to take you back to, because you did ask me, and with good reason, to be a traitor because of what you and your family have been through. But the faithful needed you. They didn't really listen to you, but they did need you.
Claudia, you're not just a presenter of the show, right? And you are like the goddess that seems to go into our souls to find out what we need to be. So even though, like I said last night, I wanted to be a traitor.
I promise I didn't go into your soul. I'm happy to.
It felt like you did, because it's taken me ages to be like, wait a minute. I needed to be that faithful. I needed to get to the point where I needed to get to. Had those conversations with Ross, Jasmine, Molly at the end. It was, and then eventually got that chance to strike Harry, and I felt like it was the right time to bring his name up because he was an exceptional player who got to that point. But I thought, if I'm going to take him out, it's going to be at the right time.
And you weren't tempted to vote for him in the first round? No.
Absolutely not. You have to be so tactful of when you go for people. Yeah. If you go for them too early at the wrong time, it's just going to backfire. But I thought, because we're so early on in the process when it came to Paul, I thought, if I put my head out there in front of the round table, everyone's going to know there's a voice there. There's Jazz. He's not overly loud, but his presence has been made aware amongst the group. And I don't know if you might have, everyone must have picked up on this one-liner that said to Paul, you can never be 100%, you can be 99, but you can never be 100%. But I said to Paul...
You were pretty sure.
I was 99%, but I thought, just to bide myself more time in this process, because I'm that confident he's a traitor, I flirted with him at the round table, and I said... I'm not 100% sure, Paul, that you're a traitor, but hopefully we get more time in the castle. But those are the concerns I've got at this point in time. Implying to him, subconsciously, I see you, I see you, keep me in the game for longer, and I won't push for you.
Yeah.
But I'll come for you later.
was
Do you know
fun.
what? The person I needed to talk to out of everybody was your wife. She's on the line. Hello, honey.
Hi, Claudia.
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry. Well, you know what? I mean, you actually live with Poirot, and I just didn't know whether you knew that. You can't get anything past him, right?
You literally cannot. I mean, I thought I knew that you couldn't, but after watching the show, now even I'm scared, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm scared of the missus, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I've met her. She's glorious. Are you very proud of him?
I'm unbelievably proud, Claudia. I can't even explain. I mean, I've always been proud of him anyway, but literally the response to this has been incredible, and I just want him to know that I'm with him all the way, and I always will be. And
She's going to set me off. And we're not even hit 12 o'clock yet, and I'm going to start crying.
No, he did unbelievably well. I'm shocked that he can just pick up things like that so quickly, and
He knew
it's an
it.
incredible trait to have, I suppose.
He knew. Well, listen, it's very handy. No one can get past him. Thank
Exactly.
you so much for talking to us. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Love you,
Bye.
honey.
Bye, love you. Bye.
Oh my God. That was.
Molly. So the world is in love with you.
Don't know about that.
No, they are. Because, and I meant it, I said it to you yesterday, and I said it to you when I first came to find you, is you are all of us. And you wrote down his name
I know, crazy.
because you knew. But then you looked at him and you had become, I don't think what anybody realises that you were like, honestly, like brother and
Yeah.
sister. And in the end, you just couldn't.
No, you do become so close in there. Like, I don't think people realise how much time we actually spend together, and obviously you've got no contact with your friends and family, so that is your support system. So you kind of have to trust someone, and I just chose the wrong person to trust. But yeah, crazy. That was a crazy night.
It really was.
It was very tense.
It was, yeah. None of us could really,
I couldn't breathe.
but then, yeah. And then, yes. But
I don't think you could even breathe. Like,
No.
I was looking at you, I was thinking, you look stressed also.
I couldn't really look at you.
No, I know.
I was just like, also, I'll talk to you in a minute, don't even make eye contact with him. But he did a really, really good job. It's not like you were like, oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
what I loved is Harry said at the end, I think to me or whatever he said, I thought I was faithful.
I know, so same. I thought you were too. Yeah, I think Harry played a great game, and I think a lot of people can agree. I also think watching it back as well, like, I was never there for the conversations when people were talking about Harry. Like, I never heard his name mentioned. So it's been like strange watching it back, and I kind of feel like saying to everyone, "Why didn't you tell me? Like, why did no one come whisper something in my ear?" But yeah, no, you played a great game, so fair play.
You loved the missions.
Oh, they were so
I mean, you
fun.
were just scream like however hard
loved
they were.
them.
That abseil, don't worry about it, guys. I'm not even using
I'll
a
go
rope.
first. Yeah, literally.
What was it about them that you loved?
I think, like Evie said, it just gives you a bit of a break from all the stress and like the mental pressure of the game. And we were like a little family in there. So it was like this fun activity we would all do like once a day, and like we'd all get our kit on and we'd go out on an adventure. So yeah, they were really, really good fun.
I also, because we talked before, they're on screen, they're little, but I have proper chats with you, and you were telling me about your brother and growing up and how you lost your hand, but he was like, come on, you can do this. Yeah,
Oh,
of course
yeah.
we could do that. So I also thought for you, it was just like, yeah, but I can do anything.
I don't think my brother even realised he was doing it, but I used to just copy him because, you know, when you're like the younger sibling, I just like, he'd be climbing that slide, so I'd be like, yeah, I'll go up as well. And I think as well, like my parents were great. They dealt with it in such a good way because they never stopped me. They were never like more cautious just because obviously I had a limb difference. They were always like, yeah, you go do it, and if you fall down, but you'll get back up and you'll try it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was, yeah, they've been great.
You abseiling was one of my favourite things. I was on the boat and they were like, right, Molly's just thrown herself down. Andrew, you on the abseil. That's its own programme.
Yeah.
You're so cute and you're so brave. You're strong in these missions. You're lifting the other 21 players. Follow me. And you have to go down the cliff and you're like...
All I remember is seeing Harry's face at the top of the cliff,
Mate,
trying to be
honestly.
encouraging and actually a big grin, and he's like, "You're doing really well, Andrew." Really, that
was gold.
funny.
He was so cute. He was at one point shouting to you, "You're floating."
Probably didn't help. But it was like the funniest thing about it is like Andrew's also massive, but like he's got like the smallest feet in the world. So
Very dainty.
so when I looked over, like I just saw his little like 1 minute it was his face looking at me like, what am I doing? And I looked back like down to the guys and then back, and I just saw like these little like baby feet trainers, and I was like,
Baby
and I just heard him like screaming at me in his like Welsh. I didn't even understand what he was saying, but I couldn't
The
stop
subtitles on
laughing.
the telly.
Literally.
I think it was the fact like you were completely upside down. Like I couldn't actually believe what I was
Upside down
watching.
and stationary.
I thought it made good telly,
so
really.
funny.
I did it on purpose.
It was a lot. Harry. Now we turn to you, the winner. You arrived with a mission. Like, here's what I'm going to do. And did you ever think? Did you ever? This is a weird question. Did you ever think I am actually going to do it? Were you confident, because there was not stumbles, but you had to get past proper blocks?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, I was always confident, like, going there, because I wouldn't have turned up if I didn't want to win it or thought I had the chance of winning it, like we all did. But, like, don't get me wrong, I was very clued up to the fact that, like, it took a lot of luck as well. Like, I appreciate especially all the other traitors that I sort of threw under the bus. Obviously, didn't mean to, but they could have been like.
Define didn't mean to.
I didn't want to, but I had to. But like they could have turned around and they could have stitched me up or something. Or like Ash, amazing, because the way she like sort of voted Evie was like she could have come for me.
She was amazing.
The same
she was
with Miles
a true
and Paul.
player until the end.
So like I was like aware of the fact that it took a lot of luck. So as much as I thought I could win the game or wanted to, it was like it didn't really matter, because it also depended on how everyone else's game went. And someone must have been watching over me, because it like felt like it just all sort of fell into place perfectly until the end.
And I know you found the end very difficult. Before that, can we just talk about the Shield? Because you know the lovely producers. I was with Sarah and Tony. We looked at each other and went, "He's ahead of us." I mean, of course you are. You won. But what I mean is, we could not have foreseen you finding the Shield and only Molly seeing it, and then you using that to that advantage.
Yeah.
You can't write that.
I wish you'd seen it
You
instead
can't
of me.
write that. I mean, how's that going to happen?
Again, it's like luck as well, but like it's like as a traitor, I felt like I was really good at like always planning stuff in my head. So like I would always think of situations and outcomes, and then like obviously at the time it was just me and Andrew. He was like given the notion that there was only 2 traitors, and I was sort of looking at him like, well, not like they're never going to end the game with us. And then it like sort of clicked that, oh gosh, I need another like traitor in here if I want any chance of getting to the final or winning. So then it was like, as soon as I thought that, it was like, what's next? Get the Shield, because I already felt like people would see me as with heat on me because of sort of just how I was doing, and like, why would they not have got rid of me? It was like either me or Zach, really. So then as soon as I got the Shield, it was like to hide the recruitment and then also tell a few people, because then them few people would go for the others that didn't know, because why would and like I said, it was lucky at the time I did it, because there was so much confusion going on in there. Like sort of everyone was so tired, everyone was like, whereas I was sort of in the background like, this is good for me, because like no one even guessed, like even brought up that it could have been a double bluff. No. So it was like, it
didn't
worked.
occur to anyone. How difficult? I mean, you've got 95 grand, so, but I know you found the end very difficult.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, because just as a person, as hard as it might be to believe, like I like to think I'm a nice person, so it's like, even though I want to like run down the street with my top off screaming I've just won 100 grand, it's like I don't want to do it at other people's sort of heartache. Like everyone I was there with these guys in the final, like even everyone to just get to that point of being on the show in the cast, everyone deserved to win it in their own right. So it's like obviously I'm buzzing inside, but I'm very humble to the fact that like I got really lucky. I had amazing people around me, and like the cast of Series 2, like big up basically, but everyone deserved to win it as well. So
You wanted to win it for your family.
Yeah, of course.
And your brothers and sisters, because there are many of them.
Yeah.
I should say that out loud. You told me the number and I was like, pardon?
Yeah.
How have they reacted?
I mean, only a few of them knew really, so they didn't even like last night it was just my dad that I sort of tell everything to. My mum, like she cries at any given moment anyway, I think, because just I've always been that, like I said, the wonky pancake, so she's always worrying about me. She always loses sleep over me, so it was like, just to see them so proud was massive for me. And like I've always said, like I always have felt my duty to sort of give back to my family because they've given me everything. Like my mum went and got a degree while she had like us 5 kids, while like being our mother at the same time. And my dad's always worked, so it's just being able to give them what they want now is just going to be amazing.
I'm so happy for all of you. You've all been so brilliant. How have you found the attention, if that's not too weird a question? Are you revelling in it, or are you ready to go and hide under a duvet?
It has been strange, hasn't it? And like, I feel like it happens so fast. Like, I feel like the last couple of days has been really crazy.
And it's up and down, because obviously we did it so long ago. It was like, we did it and then just went back to normal work, and like no one knew. So it was kind of like, I've just been in a castle for however long and lied to people, and now I'm just back at normal life. So it felt like I was always lying until this point now. I'm like, I can have a break from lying and sort of being different.
I think it was weird as well, because we spent so much time together, and like you're spending every day with each other, and then suddenly it's like, don't see each other at all.
Yeah.
So I think we all missed each other a lot as well.
I've been trying to be elusive, but I can't get away with it. I'm in the streets to be elusive. And,
I mean, Andrew, my favourite moment was elusive, exclusive. Sorry, what was I supposed to say? I was like,
Don't know what it
he
means.
is a wizard.
Yeah.
You know what I love is how you look after each other, and the cast of Series 1 do the same.
Yeah.
You've got each other's backs. We message each other all the time. I know some of you had quite a late night last night. I'm not looking at anyone. I'm not looking at anyone. You live your lives. But you will continue to look after each other, won't you?
Yeah,
100%.
Always.
100%.
All right. I'm so grateful you've come in. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you for having us.
No, I will miss you, but we will meet up because I will bother you. Let me just say, if people want more Traitors, there are things on BBC Sounds. There's the brilliant Ed Gamble's Uncloaked, and also you can hear the soundtrack. You just have to search for TV soundtracks on BBC Sounds. You are all winners. Harry, well done.
Thanks.